Hello there, I'm Mr. Saem. So today we'll be solving one of the past paper of A level IT 9626. But before I do that, in every video, I will be discussing and I have discussed lots of important points that you have to consider. So in this video, I have a tip for you for graphic part. Obviously, most of you know that, but remember this always that your graphic and animation, especially graphic part, takes a lot of time. I've been the examiner for more than a decade, in 18 years now. I've seen students struggling even if they're really good. So since there's limited time in P4, you have 4 to 5 modules. You have to finish your graphic part somehow in 35 to 40 minutes. That's the maximum. If you extend this till 1 hour, you will not have time to finish the rest of the parts. And this is where your P4 is obviously not according to your expectations. So remember, you keep on practicing a lot as far as graphic is concerned. At times, the modules you think are easy are not easy. So you have to practice a lot. Okay, we'll start with our lecture today. So I'll share the screen. We are actually solving. I've opened up the paper over here as well. So this is the paper we have. This is your November 2021. Okay. And you have been supplied with the following source files: background 1, background 2. I'll open up the files that I have. You obviously know how to extract the files. So you have been given with the following files. Here we go. We've been given with this file. But we have to actually make this all or on our own. So if you look at the question paper once again, we have to do is we have to make this. Use background1.png to recreate this image. The height of the whole image should be 500 pixels. Okay, so I'll set up the height 500 and I will make the width somehow 600 because this is the way it somehow looks like. So we'll drag the image over here, click and drag it over here. Okay, I'll somehow make it cover the entire screen, and you can see the height is 500 over here. You can see that. Now, what we're supposed to do over here is you're supposed to make this circle with a black frame. So how do you do that? Well, obviously, what you need to do is you need to make sure you work with the layers properly. What do I mean by that? So what you will do is, let me just place this over here, bring this over here. Okay. And I'll actually do is I'll add a new layer. Okay. So let's after adding a new layer, I can use a shape tool. I can use the marker tool. There are lots of options I have available. So I can use the elliptical tool. That's perfectly fine. Okay. So I can use this, or let me use this for you today. It's a different way. So you can press shift and you can make exact circle. They haven't specified you with the dimension of this. You can use the paint tool and you can paint it black. So the frame actually is black. So yes, here we go. That's black. Now what we need to do is we need to actually make a frame out of it. So I'll again make a circle. Make sure you press shift if you want is exact circle. So no, bit bigger one. It's better that you look at the dimensions yourself. The radius of this, so it is somehow fine. Let me see. Yeah, somehow it's okay. So once you're over here, you can adjust it accordingly. And now you can press delete. Once you press delete, and once you are on the layer, so be careful where you are. I'm actually on this layer, not on the background. I'm on this layer. And then you delete. Once you delete, you actually have this layer with this shape. Now what you need to do is you need to actually make this. So you can see this is actually a long rectangle, but it's actually a bit slanted. So for that, again, I'll use a new layer. I will for use over here is the rectangular tool. And here you go. I'll make this shape sort of like this. I will again paint it black. And what I need to do now is I'll make sure I go to edit, I'll go transform, and I can use distort. By using distort, I can actually distort it this way. Distorted, fine. And then, sorry, I just didn't press OK. So distort. This much is fine, I believe. Okay. So here we go. and I need to make it somehow. So it has to be exactly in the center. Okay, a bit more, something like this. Yes or no? You can. It's not exactly in the center. I'm sorry. Here. So you can actually press Control E by pressing Control E, and if you're on the top layer, you can actually merge these two together. So how much is it covering the screen? This is how much it's covering. So I can bring it down over here, something like this. This is what I have. In fact, you know what? I could even increase the size of this a bit more. So you can do it manually. You can press Shift and increase the size. It's up to you. So that you have something like this. And here we go. Right? Here we go. Now, we have to make is you see these two gradients. First of all, we can work is with the background. You see the background, it's magnified. So what I can do is, well, there's one way. I could actually click on the background, use the elliptical marquee tool, okay? And in fact, what I could do is, let me have a look at it again. So you can see over here is, no, I think so the better way would be, let me use another image instead of distorting that. So let's say over here, I'll add a new layer. I'll bring this image again. Why should I tamper with that image? Somehow, I don't want to take a risk. And what I'll do is, I will select from here is a circle, something like this. Okay. And I would say is select inverse. And I'll press delete. Okay. Am I on the same layer? Yes. So delete. No. Okay, 1 second. So there's another way. I press again this much. Select inverse, and you can press. It's not a smart object. Okay, no problem. I could simply do is, how come it's not a smart object? Yes, such issues do arise. So what I could do is I could actually convert this into a smart object. Okay, so I could directly do is I could layer, rasterize, and I could rasterize the layer. Once I rasterize the layer, this problem will disappear. Although this will not come in your Photoshop, so don't worry about that. Probably it was because of my settings. So I'll delete it. Okay. So in case if it's smart object, you can go to layer and you can rasterize and you can rasterize the layer. You will see it will change into an image. So I'm here right now. I have a different layer. And now I can do is I'll place in the center. Okay. And somehow I'll bring it at the bottom of this so that I can do is this. You can see it's somehow you can see it being magnified. So it's magnified, right? Now, I have to add another layer because now I need to do is I need to make that gradient effect. So I will again select this. I'll make sure it covers up. No, no, it has to be bigger. So you always have to experiment, obviously, to see it has to perfectly. So it's something like this. One more time, please. Unless and until it's not perfect, it doesn't look nice. Here we go. It's something like this. Now, what I'll do is I will change from here is a gradient. And gradient you can see is it's from transparent to white. So I have to open up the gradient tools over here. And I will somehow select from here is this one. And once I've selected this one, I'll change this into white. So it's white to transparent. This is what I want. Okay. And now actually I can apply the gradient tool over here. So no, probably it has to be a bit more. So you can see over here is this is the way it is, right? So it has to be this way. And I know it's not looking exactly the same, and I'll make it look like. What you need to do further is, in fact, Control Z. I need to temper this actually. So what's happening over here is uh, this is actually looking like this. Okay, so I can extend this. Once I have this, I can actually now reduce the opacity of this. Okay, so that I have something like this. Fine, I've done that. But how do I cut it off? Well, very simple. Again, you need to do is click on the marquee tool. You select is a elliptical shape. Here I am, and all I need to do now is just press delete. Once you do that, you actually have the shape available for you. So here we go. I have the shape. All I have to do is I can actually zoom in, Control plus, okay, and just take some time to adjust this. Here we go. I have like this. So here we go. It should spread all around. So for that, what I'll do is I'll go to Edit, I'll go Transform, and I can use the Warp option. Now, the good thing about this Warp option is, you see, I can actually adjust this way and somehow adjust it this way, right? So I have this Control minus. Okay, I could now actually do is right click and I could duplicate the layer. Okay, all I do now is I can actually go into uh, edit, transform, and I could flip it a horizontal. Was it horizontal? No, my dear. It was supposed to be vertical. So transform, flip vertical. So once I flip vertical, but it's the somehow it's like this. So I need to uh, do is this uh, a bit more, something like this. You can see that, right? So I have this effect coming in. Yeah, I'll zoom in more because it's not perfect. Uh, I have to make it perfect. So this is what I was talking about. You see, it has to be exactly over here. I should have, you can use the arrow key to adjust. That's what I'm doing right now. The arrow key, right. So that there is no overlapping. It won't look nice. There we go, Control. Uh, okay, right. So Control minus. And here we go. The last thing that we need to do is, uh, I hope it's being, uh, let me please check. Is it being shared? Because at times what happens is it doesn't get shared. I was saying was, now we have to just write is malware. So again, the malware thing should be actually behind this. So I'll actually do is, I always prefer adding up layers. I know when you type a text, a layer is added itself. But just to be on the safe side, I believe you should add your own layer. So we have to write over here is malware. And now it has to be quite the same font, because if they asked you to make something like that, please make sure it looks like that. So malware, yeah, is it like this font? It's much more, yeah, well, it is somewhat like this, but it's not bold, it's regular. So I will select from here is regular. Yes, yeah, but it's just it's I'll go for bold. It's fine. Okay, somehow you can choose your own font. That's not an issue. Try to make it like the same. It's so, and you know what? Important thing. It's not in. Do you see that? Uh, it's all in small. You have to take care of that. So what I'll do is, uh, so malware. There we go. This means my font is actually the one that writes in capital. So let's try. It's more like an aerial sort of thing. Here we go. Okay, somehow my settings are like that, and I cannot. Um, uh, so I'll just make sure that you. I'll try it once more. I just so just bring it here that the A is not that visible. It's behind that, and you also have to make that go away, the back part. So I'll just put this up here. I will come to this layer where I was. And you know what I can do is, yeah, I can use the clone tool, I can use the patch tool, but there's something I really like about the marquee tools. So you can just select this option. Okay, select the marquee tool. And all you need to do is just use the move tool and drag it all the way down. Okay, so you'll see is that it covers up. So it's a very good way to fill it up. I always prefer doing this at times, cases like this. And probably I could increase the size. Make sure that you change the font color, the font type to lowercase. Yeah, somehow I just keep on tampering with my settings. I might have done that. So here we have this. So um, we've been able to make this, right? So somehow, apart from the font, we've been able to make this. So we will actually save it as a bitmap. We'll save it as JPG. That's what bitmap is. And the next lecture, I'll be solving the next part, which is the task 2. Okay. So till then, see you in the next class.